Happy Monday. Welcome to the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach FranETN. This week we're talking all about motivation, what it is and how to create it. Today we're talking about two types of motivation. So what is motivation? Motivation is having a strong reason to act or accomplish something. But we also tend to attribute the energy to accomplish that thing with motivation as well. We say, I'm not motivated enough, or I wish I was more motivated to, or I can't find the motivation to do this, that, or the other. But it's not really the energy we're missing, it's the type of energy we're using. So the reason gives us the energy. We're either going towards something we want, or we're trying to avoid something we don't want, right? So that coincides with two different kinds of motivation. Positive motivation and negative motivation. And even though we always want to do things that are positive, really, we need both of them. So they both have their pros and cons. They both have their place in getting us into exactly where we want to go in this life. So positive motivation is something that's motivating you toward experiencing something you want from life. I'm doing this because I want to XYZ. So the pros here are they're energizing, they're intentional. Oftentimes this has to do with your hopes and your dreams, and they're value-based, and it's long-lasting, and it's love-based, and it provides you direction. So I'm doing this because I want to be a good mom, or because I want to have a successful business, or whatever thing that's driving you to do something for something that you want out of life. And a con is that without plans, this can be shallow and inauthentic. So when we say things and we don't put anything behind it, if we have no plans, it's very shallow, and that can be disappointing. And also with expectations and positive motivations, even when we have plans, if we don't achieve them, it can feel disappointing as well. So those are some of the cons of positive motivation. And the second kind of motivation is negative motivation. So that's motivating you from experiencing something you want to avoid in life. So I'm doing this because I don't want XYZ. The pros here is oftentimes when you don't want something and you're thinking you're about to experience it, it puts a fire under your ass. So it moves you into action. And it gives you clarity on what you don't want in life. So it also tells you what direction you don't want to go, right? So, for example, I don't want to lose this job, so you're going to act in accordance. Or I don't want to gain weight, so you're going to eat in accordance, right? The cons here are that it can be short-term, draining, unintentional, fear-based, and unsatisfying. So if I don't want to lose this job, doesn't have value based behind it because I love what I do and it has something, and sometimes it's unintentional and it's because you are scared to go after the thing you really want, or that is really will end up being fear-based, right? Or if I don't want to gain weight, it doesn't have a value base around something that you something that's founded in because you really value exercise, or because you value being an example to your kids, or whatever your reasoning behind the value behind not wanting to gain weight. It'll feel unsatisfying. It'll constantly feel like you're limiting yourself, right? So both negative and positive emotion are really, really important to getting you where you want to go and providing direction. But too often we only focus on our fears, and we're running away from what we don't want and never towards what we do. So, and that's draining, right? So I think of it kind of in two ways. I picture two people running full speed in a maze with obstacles everywhere coming at them from every single direction. And the person driven by negative emotion or negative motivation is running at full speed while constantly looking backward for obstacles and constantly hitting them, right? This person has no direction, hits every obstacle, and naturally dreads what's ahead, and probably is scared to create a direction because of all of the obstacles, right? So, but the person driven by positive motivation is also running at full speed, but by looking straight ahead, they can see the obstacles and what they're working for. They can also choose their direction avoid the smaller obstacles, and enjoy the view on the ride. So which are you? Are you driven by things that you don't want or things that you want? Are you mostly positively motivated or negatively motivated? Which one could you use more of, right? So you could be super positively motivated, but you're moving at a snail's pace. So you can maybe use some negative emotion, negative motivation to tell you that you need to put a fire under your ass. Like you're walking a little too close to that, you know, that lower expectation you don't want to go under. Set your boundaries, right? So which one are you? Which could you use more of? And are you looking to create flexibility to travel whenever you want, maybe to spend more time with your spouse, be a more present parent? Do you want to create meaningful work and leave the world better than you found it? Are you interested in creating a side hustle? Is that creative idea that you have boiling up in your heart ready to come to life? Are you ready to transition to a career and finally get paid for what you love to do? What would your life look like if you committed to that goal from now until January 2021? So it's not really a trick question. I can tell you, if you spent 6 months doing and committing to the thing you want to do, your life would be transformed. It would transform if you committed to that business idea, that career move, that relationship to yourself. And that's what I'm offering with my 6-month one-on-one coaching program. It starts in July, and we'll work together to figure out exactly where you want to go with precise clarity, address obstacles, and expand your mindset. And I'll champion you to show up every day and take consistent action. I'm offering 25% and an extra month off for only my July program. So grab your free discovery call with me in the link below, and I can't wait to hear about your bold dreams. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Huddle with me, Life Coach FranETN, where we work to live our very best lives and be our very best selves so we can have it all. Every week I pick a theme, and every day we discuss a topic in that theme. I'll see you bright and early here tomorrow to continue discussing motivation. And if you enjoyed this, please share and always reach out to me with any questions or comments. I'd love to hear from you. And remember to give yourself an awesome day.